crazy.
Yeah, he called me, but I never called him.
How's it going, guys? This is Mouseball, and this is the AttackMouse Nation, and welcome to Motoring with Mouseball. And guys, today's video is brought to you by Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor Roger Gusty, Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor J.G. Mopar, Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor Denise Shumko, and Elite AttackMouse Nation member and super contributor Maxwell Duncan. Now guys, we're back at Cars and Coffee Miami, and we're 2.5 cars strong. Now, what do I mean by 2.5 cars strong? Well, we've got Mouseball, we've got El Blanco Diablo, and now we've got a original Fiat 500, if you can see it through the crowd of people that are surrounding it. I mean, I've never seen such a small car with such a big crowd around it. But then again, that's the charm that the Fiat 500 has. I mean, when you have the original with the modern versions of the car, it can really put things into perspective on how cars have changed throughout the years. I mean, from decade to decade, it seems as though cars have gotten a lot bigger, they've gotten a lot more powerful, and obviously they've gotten a lot better looking. But that one right there is kind of subjective if you really ask me, because this original Fiat 500, to me, that's just one of the best looking cars I've seen in a while as far as small cars go. I mean, to kind of fill you in on the Fiat 500 and its evolution, well, when it was created, they didn't have a lot of metal. So they had a canvas top original from the factory because of lack of material. So when you have the car being this small, well, you would think, well, yeah, you can have a metal roof. Well, that's how scarce materials were back, you know, in the days of World War II, when you had cars being made off the line while war was going on. I mean, and even then, most times they weren't being made. There were tanks and airplanes and all sorts of other things rolling off the assembly line. But in peaceful times, or if you want to call this peaceful because of all the noise going on around here, well, what you have is your beastly cars that have more power than they need, like this Hellcat right here with 707 horsepower. You know, even this Hyundai Veloster has at least a little over 200 horsepower. So when it comes down to it, you know, cars today, they are just pushing the envelope on how much power you can get out of them. You know, like this Evo 9 or this Toyota Supra, or right here, this Camaro with a ZL1 front end. I'm not exactly sure what's under the hood, whether it's legitimately the 556 horse, 650 horse, you know, LSA or LS9 engine. We don't know, because, you know, unless the owner opens up the hood, you can't really tell. But this has been a good show out, considering the heat wave that has struck Florida as of late. Because when you think about it, you know, people usually don't want to go out to car shows in the summer because Florida has a brutal temperature that just goes into the triple digits when you think about the humidity and the heat index and how it comes into play. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk the show, see what Cars and Coffee Miami has to offer, which is an awful lot. And some of the cars that are out here are just absolutely stunning, like this slammed BMW and this 500 SEC. So guys, I'll get back to you in another one, because obviously these videos can get quite long, and I want to do this in 5-minute chunks for you guys, so that way they're a little more consumable. So I'll be back with you guys in another one.